The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Utes will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage. They stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running back searching for a hole. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25.
Breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Thanks to grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And the Huskies have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Firing to the right, complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football get
intercepted for the 11th time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance.
Turning it on. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it, but goes out of bounds.
Touchdown, Washington! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in that Mountain West Conference Battle of Note. UNLV rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching the football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Now the play fake. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Pocket breaking down. Got his man on the right. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Utes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time. Lions on the move. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Utah.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. An 84-yard drive there. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the shotgun, the inside give. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead, and we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Got the quick pass. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And the Utes send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been...
Intercepted! Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside, touchdown, Utes! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clark. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lost to fire on second down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The run from the shotgun. Look out, he's got room. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw, it's McMillan. There's the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Utes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs...
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Oh, the fumble on the defense got it. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. And you got to get hats around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27. And the Utes can really attack on this second and short. Trying play action. Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Now sliding to his left. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Woo. I'll tell you what, you feel really fortunate if you're on offense. That's one of those where it takes 13 seconds for that ball to roll out of bounds. You're just trying to make that thing. You're trying to blow it out of bounds, make sure you don't turn the football over. In such a good position to go take the lead. Fortunate bounce that thing to go out of bounds.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Utah! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Clark. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The short hands, it's Russell. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Ramsey. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught. Close to the marker. It's Harris. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Washington right back to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grab near the sticks. It's Harris. And they will score. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Scanning the field, it's McMillan. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Makes a grab for a big play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they've regained the lead.
And I like this offense. They didn't get concerted. They stayed aggressive to go try to get points, and they get rewarded, and they take the lead and the momentum going into the half.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running back.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. At the 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The Utes will hustle to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To the air on first down. Makes a grab and there's room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers, what about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
Catch in the middle, it's Ramsey. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. From the red zone, looking for a space. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. To throw again. Another completion on third down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot.
And here's the third interception of the night. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense has it with really good field position. On the ground, it's Russell. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. Makes a grab past the marker. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
The defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Dropping back, it's McMillan. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Takes it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. The defense takes matters into its own hands. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on 1st down. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Ramsey. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Moves away as he feels pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. And he's thrown another interception. Got some room to run. The 10. Touchdown, Washington. How about this defense taking one back to the house? That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Returns ready to go back on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Offense changing the play. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, it's McMillan. Makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the boot, looking for his man. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Grab behind the line. It's Green. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The play action fake. Got a man, it's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. It's complete. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.